Do you find yourself feeling hurt or frustrated when faced with insults or rude remarks from others? Have you ever wondered how to keep your cool when someone is being disrespectful? What if there was a way to turn these negative encounters into opportunities for personal growth and inner peace? In this video, we will explore the wisdom of Buddhism to uncover powerful strategies for dealing with rude people. Imagine you're having a peaceful day, and suddenly, someone says something hurtful. It's easy to get upset, right? But what if you could stay calm and not let their words ruin your mood? We have an example from daily life. Think of a time when you were in line at a grocery store and someone rudely cut in front of you. How did you react? What if you could handle such situations with grace and serenity? Welcome to Wisdom Woven. We are so glad you're here with us. If you find this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's aim for 1,000 likes on this video. Your support helps us bring you more insightful content. In today's video, we will dive deep into the art of handling rudeness with the grace and wisdom taught by Buddhism. Buddhism offers timeless advice on maintaining inner peace, even in the face of adversity. We'll learn how to stay calm, respond with compassion, and not let negativity affect our inner happiness. First, let's talk about staying calm. When someone is rude to us, our first instinct is often to react immediately. But Buddhism teaches us the power of mindfulness, being fully present and aware of our emotions without being overwhelmed by them. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our feelings of anger or hurt without letting them control us. Next, we'll explore the concept of not retaliating. It's natural to want to respond to rudeness with rudeness. But what if we chose a different path? According to Buddhist teachings, reacting with kindness and patience can break the cycle of negativity. By not stooping to the level of those who are rude to us, we maintain our own inner peace and dignity. Another key lesson is to focus on our self-worth. Insults and rude remarks can make us doubt ourselves. However, Buddhism reminds us that our value is not determined by others' opinions. Through practices like loving-kindness meditation, we can build a strong sense of self-worth and compassion for ourselves and others. One of the most powerful tools we have is kindness. It might sound surprising, but responding to rudeness with kindness can confuse the person being rude and often leads to a more positive outcome. This doesn't mean we accept bad behavior, but rather we choose to rise above it and act with compassion. Throughout this video, we'll provide practical tips and techniques from Buddhism that you can apply in your daily life. Whether it's dealing with a rude coworker, a difficult family member, or a stranger, these strategies will help you navigate the stormy waters of rudeness with serenity and strength. We'll also discuss the importance of setting boundaries. It's essential to know that being kind doesn't mean letting others walk all over you. We can stand up for ourselves while still maintaining a calm and compassionate attitude. Understanding the root causes of rudeness can also help us respond more effectively. Often, people are rude because they are suffering in some way. By recognizing this, we can respond with empathy rather than anger. Practicing mindfulness regularly can make a huge difference. Even a few minutes of meditation each day can help us develop the inner peace needed to handle difficult situations more gracefully. Developing compassion for ourselves and others is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. When we cultivate compassion, we create a more peaceful and harmonious world, both inside and out. Non-attachment is another valuable lesson. When we learn not to take things personally, we free ourselves from the burden of others' negativity. This doesn't mean we don't care, but rather that we don't let others' actions define our happiness. In conclusion, dealing with rude people can be challenging, but with the wisdom of Buddhism, we can transform these encounters into opportunities for growth and inner peace. By staying calm, responding with kindness, and focusing on our own self-worth, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and dignity. Thank you for joining us today on Wisdom Woven. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's hit that 1,000 likes target. Your support means the world to us. Stay tuned for more valuable insights and transformative advice in our upcoming videos. Lesson 1: Staying calm. In a world full of chaos and noise, finding peace within ourselves can feel like an impossible task. Have you ever felt your blood boil when faced with rudeness or insults? It's natural to feel hurt or angry, but what if there was a way to stay calm amidst the storm? Imagine a serene lake, undisturbed by the winds of anger or the waves of negativity. That serenity is within your reach, and it starts with the practice of staying calm. Staying calm doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending everything is fine. It's about cultivating a deep awareness of your inner landscape, like a steady lighthouse amidst turbulent waters. Think about a time when someone said something hurtful to you. Did you immediately react, fueled by anger or indignation? We've all been there, but what if instead of reacting impulsively, you could respond with wisdom and clarity? That's where mindfulness comes in. By anchoring yourself in the present moment, you create a refuge from the chaos of the external world. You realize that your thoughts and emotions are like passing clouds, fleeting and impermanent. Through mindfulness meditation, you train your mind to observe these thoughts and emotions without getting entangled in them. In the stillness of the present moment, you discover a reservoir of inner peace that remains untouched by external circumstances. Staying calm is not about being passive or weak. It's a proactive choice to respond to adversity with grace and equanimity. By maintaining a calm demeanor, you disarm the power of insults and diffuse potential conflicts before they escalate. As the Buddha wisely said, "Conquer anger with non-anger." By embodying this teaching, you transform adversity into an opportunity for spiritual growth and liberation. So, the next time you find yourself faced with rudeness or insults, remember to stay calm, cultivate mindfulness, anchor yourself in the present moment, and respond with wisdom and compassion. In doing so, you'll discover a newfound sense of inner peace and resilience. Lesson 2: Avoiding retaliation. Have you ever been in a situation where someone says or does something rude to you? It's a common experience, and it can be really tough to know how to respond. But here's the thing: retaliating with more rudeness only adds fuel to the fire. In this part, we'll explore why it's essential to avoid retaliating when faced with rudeness, and how Buddhist wisdom can guide us in responding with grace and compassion. Imagine this scenario: you're at work, and a colleague makes a snide comment about your performance in front of everyone. Your first instinct might be to fire back with an equally cutting remark. But hold on a moment. Reacting with aggression or spite only perpetuates the cycle of negativity. It doesn't solve anything, and it can even escalate the conflict. Instead of stooping to their level, consider taking a different approach. Buddhist teachings remind us of the folly of retaliating in kind. By responding with kindness and understanding, we disrupt the patterns of reactivity and create space for healing and reconciliation. Think of it as a chance to be the bigger person. When someone directs rudeness your way, they're often struggling with their own inner turmoil. Responding with empathy rather than defensiveness can break down barriers and foster genuine connection. It's not about letting others walk all over you, though. Asserting your boundaries firmly and assertively is crucial, but you can do so while still extending empathy and understanding towards those who may have wronged you. By refusing to engage in negativity, you're not only preserving your inner peace but also setting an example for others. Your actions become a beacon of light in a world often shrouded in darkness, inspiring those around you to embrace a higher standard of conduct. Cultivating empathy and understanding towards the motivations behind others' behavior is key. Often, rudeness stems from deep-seated insecurities or unresolved traumas. By extending compassion towards their suffering, you create the conditions for healing and reconciliation. Remember, holding on to anger or resentment only hurts you in the long run. It's like holding on to a burning coal. It only burns you from within. By releasing the burden of negativity, you free yourself from the cycle of suffering and open yourself to the boundless possibilities of the present moment. Responding to rudeness with patience and compassion isn't always easy, but it's a practice worth cultivating. It's about reclaiming your agency and refusing to be held captive by the actions or words of others. So, the next time you're faced with rudeness, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and choose kindness. By doing so, you're not only honoring your own inner peace, but also planting seeds of goodwill and understanding in the world. Lesson 3. Focusing on self-worth. Do you ever find yourself crushed by the weight of someone else's harsh words? It's like a heavy stone dropped into the pool of your self-esteem, creating ripples of doubt and insecurity. But here's the thing. Your worth isn't determined by what others say about you. In this part, we're diving deep into the concept of self-worth and how it can shield you from the arrows of negativity. Think of self-worth as your inner fortress, built on the solid foundation of your inherent value as a human being. It's like a beacon of light guiding you through the darkest moments, reminding you that you are enough, just as you are. But in a world where success is often measured by external standards, it's easy to lose sight of our worthiness. Imagine a world where you didn't need validation from others to feel worthy, where your sense of self was unshakable, even in the face of criticism or rejection. That's the power of focusing on self-worth. It's about recognizing that your value isn't tied to your achievements, possessions, or the opinions of others. So how do you cultivate self-worth? It starts with self-love and self-compassion. Instead of being your own worst critic, become your own best friend. Treat yourself with kindness and gentleness, just as you would a dear friend in need. But the journey towards self-worth isn't always smooth sailing. Along the way, you might encounter the stormy seas of self-doubt and self-criticism. These are the voices that whisper lies about your worthiness, trying to pull you under. But remember, you are the captain of your ship, steering through the waves with courage and resilience. Self-awareness is your compass, guiding you towards the truth of your own worthiness. It's about recognizing that you are already whole and complete, lacking nothing. Your worthiness isn't something to be earned or attained. It's something to be realized within yourself. Picture yourself standing tall, with your head held high, confident in your worthiness. That's the vision we're painting here. It's a vision of liberation, where you break free from the chains of self-doubt and insecurity. But here's the secret ingredient: radical acceptance. It's about embracing yourself fully, flaws and all. It's about loving yourself unconditionally, just as you are in this moment. So let's embark on this journey together towards a deeper understanding of our own worthiness. Let's peel back the layers of self-doubt and insecurity, revealing the radiant core of our being. Because when you focus on self-worth, you become unstoppable. Lesson 4. Confusing them with kindness. In a world often marked by aggression and division, there exists a transformative power that defies the norm: kindness. Yes, you heard it right. Confusing others with kindness may seem counterintuitive, but within the depths of Buddhist teachings lies a profound understanding of this revolutionary concept. Imagine this. Someone hurls insults or rudeness your way. The natural impulse might be to retaliate, to meet fire with fire. But what if, instead, you responded with kindness? It sounds radical, doesn't it? Yet, within this radical act lies the potential to disrupt the cycle of negativity and sow seeds of reconciliation. When faced with hostility, responding with kindness challenges the status quo. Rather than seeing others as adversaries, we recognize them as fellow travelers on the journey of life, each grappling with their own fears and insecurities. It's about seeing beyond their words, beyond their anger, and tapping into the humanity that unites us all. But let's be clear, confusing others with kindness doesn't mean turning a blind eye to harmful behavior. It's not about being a doormat or excusing mistreatment. Instead, it's about holding firm to our values while responding with unwavering compassion and understanding. Think of the Buddha, who faced adversaries with boundless compassion. In one tale, a man named Angulimala, who had committed countless atrocities, sought to harm the Buddha. Yet, instead of retaliation, the Buddha responded with compassion, ultimately leading Angulimala to renounce violence. This story is a powerful reminder that even in the face of hostility, kindness has the power to transform hearts and minds. It's about breaking down walls, fostering genuine connections, and paving the way for healing. So, the next time you encounter rudeness or negativity, consider the radical act of responding with kindness. It may not be easy, but it holds the potential to create ripples of positivity in a world too often shrouded in darkness. Let's be the change we wish to see, confusing others with kindness and inspiring a ripple effect of compassion and understanding. Together, we can build a world where kindness reigns supreme, one interaction at a time. Lesson 5: Practicing patience and forbearance. In the journey of life, we often encounter moments of friction and discord. Sometimes it's because of the rude behavior of others. But what if there's a way to navigate these stormy waters with grace and resilience? Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we unravel the profound teachings of Buddhism to help you deal with rude people in a way that preserves your inner peace. Picture this. Someone cuts you off in traffic or makes a snide remark at work. Your immediate reaction might be anger or frustration. But what if, instead, you could respond with patience and forbearance? It's not about letting others walk all over you. It's about choosing a response that empowers you while diffusing the tension. Think of patience as a superpower, a shield that protects you from the arrows of rudeness. When you practice patience, you create space between stimulus and response. In that space lies your freedom, the freedom to choose how you react. By taking a deep breath and counting to 10, you reclaim control over your emotions. Forbearance is like a muscle that grows stronger with each use. It's the ability to endure discomfort or adversity without lashing out. When someone behaves rudely, they're often projecting their own pain or insecurities. By practicing forbearance, you cultivate empathy and understanding, recognizing that everyone is fighting their own battles. But let's be real. Practicing patience and forbearance isn't always easy. It requires effort and mindfulness. It's a bit like training for a marathon. You start small and gradually build your endurance. So, don't be too hard on yourself if you stumble along the way. Every moment is an opportunity to learn and grow. Imagine a world where everyone responded to rudeness with patience and forbearance. It would be a world filled with compassion and understanding. And while we may not be able to change others, we can certainly lead by example. So, let's embark on this journey together, embracing patience and forbearance as our guiding lights. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Likewise, mastering the art of patience and forbearance takes time and practice. But with each step forward, you'll find yourself inching closer to inner peace and harmony. So, take a deep breath, and let's dive deeper into the transformative power of patience and forbearance. Lesson 6: Setting boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries. Are you tired of feeling constantly drained by rude or disrespectful people in your life? It's time to take charge and reclaim your sense of well-being. In this segment, we'll explore the power of setting healthy boundaries as a key strategy for maintaining your peace of mind and protecting your emotional health. Recognizing your worth. First and foremost, it's crucial to recognize your own worth. You deserve to be treated with respect and kindness, and setting boundaries is a way to uphold that standard. Remember, your feelings and needs matter just as much as anyone else's. Defining your limits. Setting boundaries means clearly defining what behavior is acceptable and unacceptable to you. Take some time to reflect on your values and priorities. What are the things you simply won't tolerate? Once you've identified your limits, communicate them assertively and respectfully to those around you. Communicating effectively. Effective communication is key when setting boundaries. Be direct and specific about what you need from others. Use I statements to express your feelings and concerns without placing blame. For example, instead of saying, "You always make me feel bad," try saying, "I feel hurt when you speak to me that way." Be firm and consistent. Setting boundaries may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to accommodating others at your own expense. But it's important to stand firm and be consistent in upholding your boundaries. Don't back down or make exceptions just to avoid conflict. Your well-being is worth it. Recognizing manipulative behavior. Be on the lookout for manipulative tactics from others who may try to push your boundaries. Gaslighting, guilt-tripping, or playing the victim are all signs that someone is trying to manipulate you into bending your boundaries. Stay strong and refuse to be swayed by these tactics. Protecting your energy. Setting boundaries isn't about being mean or selfish. It's about protecting your energy and preserving your peace of mind. By clearly defining your limits, you create a safe space where you can thrive without being constantly drained by negative influences. Saying no without guilt. Learning to say no without feeling guilty is an essential skill when it comes to setting boundaries. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your own needs and well-being. Saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you self-aware and self-respecting. Seeking support. Don't hesitate to seek support from friends, family, or a therapist as you work on setting boundaries. Surround yourself with people who respect and validate your feelings, and who will support you in maintaining healthy relationships. Respecting others' boundaries. Just as you have the right to set boundaries, so do others. Respect their boundaries even if they differ from your own. It's important to cultivate mutual respect and understanding in all your relationships. Adjusting as needed. Setting boundaries is a dynamic process that may require adjustments along the way. As you grow and change, your boundaries may need to evolve as well. Be open to reassessing and tweaking your boundaries as needed to ensure they continue to serve your well-being. Empowering yourself. Ultimately, setting boundaries is an empowering act of self-care. It's about taking control of your life and refusing to be a passive victim of other people's behavior. By asserting your boundaries, you reclaim your power and create a life that honors your needs and values. Conclusion. In conclusion, setting boundaries is a crucial aspect of maintaining healthy relationships and preserving your emotional well-being. It's not always easy, but it's worth the effort. Remember, you deserve to be treated with kindness and respect. So don't be afraid to speak up and assert your boundaries. Your happiness and peace of mind depend on it. Lesson 7. Understanding the root causes. Have you ever wondered why people behave rudely or say hurtful things? Understanding the root causes can be the key to maintaining your peace of mind and responding with compassion. Think about it this way. Just like plants, our actions are rooted in something deeper. When someone acts rudely, it's often because they're struggling with their own inner turmoil. Maybe they're feeling insecure, stressed, or hurt themselves. Imagine a tree with tangled roots beneath the surface. Similarly, people's behaviors are often influenced by complex emotions and past experiences. By understanding this, we can respond with empathy rather than reacting with anger or defensiveness. Consider this scenario. If a tree is lacking water, its leaves may wither. Similarly, when someone lacks love or support, they may lash out in frustration or insecurity. Instead of judging their actions, we can offer them the water of compassion. Just as a gardener tends to their plants with care, we can nurture understanding and empathy in our interactions with others. By digging beneath the surface, we can uncover the underlying causes of rudeness and respond with kindness. Picture a garden filled with diverse flowers and plants. Similarly, each person has their own unique experiences and struggles that shape their behavior. By acknowledging this diversity, we can cultivate a garden of compassion in our hearts. Now, let's imagine watering a parched plant. Similarly, when we encounter someone who is rude, we can offer them the nourishment of understanding. This simple act can have a profound impact, fostering connection and healing. Just as a seed needs fertile soil to grow, our understanding requires an open heart and mind. By cultivating empathy, we create fertile ground for compassion to flourish, even in challenging situations. Consider the ripple effect of kindness. When we extend understanding to others, it can inspire them to do the same. Like a pebble dropped into a pond, our actions have the power to create waves of positivity. Imagine a world where everyone seeks to understand rather than judge. By practicing empathy, we can contribute to building a more compassionate and harmonious society. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on our own reactions to rudeness. Are there times when we've responded with judgment or anger? By cultivating self-awareness, we can choose to respond with compassion instead. Just as a mirror reflects our image back to us, our actions reflect our inner state. By cultivating understanding within ourselves, we can mirror that same compassion to others. Picture a bridge connecting two separate shores. Similarly, empathy serves as a bridge that connects us to others, fostering a sense of unity and shared humanity. Now, let's imagine planting seeds of understanding in our interactions with others. With each act of empathy, we contribute to the growth of a more compassionate world. In conclusion, understanding the root causes of rudeness allows us to respond with compassion rather than react with negativity. By nurturing empathy within ourselves, we can sow the seeds of kindness in our interactions with others. Thank you for joining us in exploring the power of understanding. Together, let's continue to cultivate empathy and compassion, one interaction at a time. Lesson 8: Practicing Mindfulness. Welcome back to Wisdom Woven. In this segment, we're diving into the transformative power of mindfulness when dealing with rude people. Picture this: you're in a crowded place and someone cuts in line, or perhaps a colleague belittles your work. How do you react? Mindfulness teaches us to pause, breathe, and respond with clarity. Imagine being able to navigate the stormy waters of rudeness with serenity and grace. That's the promise of mindfulness. It's not about suppressing emotions, but rather, it's about observing them without judgment. Through mindfulness meditation, we learn to witness our thoughts and feelings like clouds passing by in the sky. When someone hurls insults our way, our instinct might be to retaliate. But with mindfulness, we create a sanctuary within ourselves. We anchor ourselves in the present moment, recognizing that our thoughts and emotions are fleeting. This awareness gives us the power to respond, rather than react impulsively. In the stillness of mindfulness, we discover a wellspring of inner peace. It's a peace that remains untouched by the chaos of the external world. We realize that our worth isn't tied to others' opinions, but rooted in our inherent awareness. Mindfulness isn't just about staying calm. It's about reclaiming our agency. By cultivating mindfulness, we break free from the cycle of reactivity. We become architects of our own responses, choosing wisdom over impulse. Imagine diffusing conflicts before they escalate, simply by staying present and aware. That's the gift of mindfulness. It's a superpower that empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace and dignity. But mindfulness isn't just for moments of conflict. It's a way of life. It's about savoring the small joys, finding beauty in the mundane, and cultivating gratitude. It's about showing up fully in each moment, whether it's sipping tea or having a difficult conversation. So, let's embark on this journey of mindfulness together. Let's learn to anchor ourselves in the present moment, cultivate inner peace, and respond to life's ups and downs with clarity and compassion. Stay tuned for more insights on how mindfulness can transform your life. Lesson 9: Developing Compassion. Embrace the power of compassion. Compassion is a superpower we all possess within us. It's the ability to understand and empathize with others, even when they're rude or hurtful. But it's not just about feeling sorry for someone. It's about actively wanting to alleviate their suffering. Compassion breaks down barriers. When we respond to rudeness with compassion, we break down the barriers that separate us from others. Instead of seeing them as adversaries, we see them as fellow human beings struggling with their own pain and insecurities. Transforming hearts with kindness. Compassion has the power to transform hearts and minds. Just like the Buddha's compassion led a notorious criminal to renounce violence and become a disciple, our kindness can inspire positive change in others, a ripple effect of goodness. When we choose compassion over retaliation, we create a ripple effect of goodness in the world. Our actions become a beacon of light in a sea of darkness, inspiring others to follow suit and embrace a higher standard of conduct. Starts with us. Developing compassion starts with us. We must first cultivate kindness and understanding within ourselves before we can extend it to others. Through practices like loving kindness meditation, we nurture the seeds of compassion in our hearts, choosing love over hate. In a world often filled with hate and division, choosing compassion is a radical act of love. It's a refusal to let negativity dictate our responses and a commitment to seeing the humanity in everyone, even those who hurt us. A path to healing. Compassion is not just about being nice, it's about healing. When we respond to rudeness with kindness, we create the conditions for understanding and reconciliation to flourish, both within ourselves and in our relationships. Breaking the cycle. By breaking the cycle of negativity with compassion, we disrupt the patterns of reactivity that keep us trapped in conflict. Instead of perpetuating the cycle of hurt, we sow seeds of harmony and goodwill wherever we go, empowering ourselves. Choosing compassion empowers us. It's a way of reclaiming our agency and refusing to be held captive by the actions or words of others. It's about preserving our inner peace and well-being, no matter what challenges we face. The power of small acts. Even the smallest acts of compassion can have a profound impact. A smile, a kind word, or a gesture of understanding. All these things have the power to brighten someone's day and uplift their spirits. The ripple effect. Just as a pebble creates ripples in a pond, our compassionate actions create ripples of positivity in the world. They touch the lives of those around us, creating a ripple effect that spreads far and wide. Compassion unites us. In a world that often seems divided, compassion is what unites us. It transcends differences of race, religion, and nationality, reminding us of our shared humanity and interconnectedness. Call to action. So let's make a commitment today, to ourselves and to each other, to choose compassion in every interaction. Let's be the change we wish to see in the world, one act of kindness at a time. Conclusion. Compassion is not just a nice idea, it's a powerful force for good in the world. By cultivating compassion within ourselves and extending it to others, we can create a more peaceful and harmonious world for all.
Lesson 10. Embracing non-attachment.
In the journey of navigating through life's challenges, there exists a profound yet simple concept in Buddhism that can liberate us from the shackles of negativity and strife. It's called non-attachment. Imagine for a moment living without the weight of grudges, without the burden of holding onto past hurts. That's the essence of non-attachment, and it's a game changer. Picture this. You encounter rudeness or insults from someone. Instead of clinging onto the hurt feelings or getting entangled in the drama, you let it go like a leaf floating down a stream. Non-attachment isn't about indifference. It's about freeing ourselves from the chains of attachment to outcomes and emotions. When we embrace non-attachment, we cultivate a sense of inner freedom. We become like the sky, vast and expansive, where clouds of negativity come and go, but the sky remains unchanged. It's about finding peace in the midst of chaos, serenity in the face of adversity. Non-attachment doesn't mean we don't care. It means we care deeply without clinging. We love fiercely but with open palms, allowing others the space to be themselves without trying to possess or control them. Think about it. How much of our suffering stems from our attachment to things being a certain way? Non-attachment invites us to dance with life's uncertainties, to flow with the rhythm of change, rather than resisting it. Imagine the relief of letting go of grudges, of releasing the need for validation from others. Non-attachment is a radical act of self-love, where we prioritize our inner peace above external validations. It's about finding joy in the present moment, rather than constantly chasing after future happiness. Non-attachment teaches us to savor each moment, knowing that nothing lasts forever, and that's okay. When we embrace non-attachment, we become more resilient. We bounce back from setbacks with grace because we understand that our worth isn't tied to external circumstances.
Moreover, Non-attachment fosters compassion.
When we're not bogged down by our own attachments, we can empathize more deeply with others' struggles and offer support without expecting anything in return. Imagine a world where everyone practiced non-attachment, where conflicts dissolve because no one is holding on to grievances. It's a world of harmony, where relationships are based on mutual respect and understanding. Non-attachment isn't a destination. It's a daily practice, a choice we make in each moment. It's about letting go of who we think we should be and embracing who we are, flaws and all. So, as you go about your day, remember the power of non-attachment. Let go of expectations, release the need for control, and watch as your heart opens to the beauty of life's ever-unfolding journey. Conclusion: embracing inner peace. Embracing inner peace amidst the chaos of rude behavior is not just a distant dream. It's a tangible reality within your grasp. Throughout this journey, we've explored the profound teachings of Buddhism, offering powerful insights into transforming negativity into opportunities for growth and compassion. In a world often fraught with discord and rudeness, the wisdom of staying calm serves as our anchor, guiding us through turbulent waters with grace and clarity. By cultivating mindfulness and presence, we discover a sanctuary within ourselves, untouched by the storms of external circumstances. Furthermore, we've learned the transformative power of refusing to stoop to the level of those who seek to provoke us. Instead, we rise above, embodying patience and compassion, thereby disrupting the cycle of negativity and paving the way for reconciliation. Focusing on self-worth has been illuminated as a radical act of self-compassion, reminding us of our inherent dignity and value, independent of external validation. Through practices of self-love and acceptance, we fortify ourselves against the onslaught of negativity, recognizing that we are enough exactly as we are. Confusing others with kindness emerges as a revolutionary approach to conflict, challenging conventional notions of strength and assertiveness. By responding to hostility with boundless compassion, we sow seeds of connection and healing, transforming adversaries into allies on the journey of life. Practicing patience and forbearance becomes our superpower, allowing us to assert boundaries firmly yet empathetically. By understanding the root causes of others' behavior and extending compassion towards their suffering, we create space for understanding and growth. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect, preserving our inner peace and well-being in the face of disrespect. Through clear communication and assertiveness, we uphold our dignity while fostering healthy relationships based on mutual respect. Understanding the interconnectedness of all beings, we embrace the principle of non-attachment, releasing the burden of negativity and embracing the boundless possibilities of the present moment. In doing so, we free ourselves from the cycle of suffering and open our hearts to joy and liberation. In the pursuit of inner peace, the practice of mindfulness emerges as our faithful companion, guiding us back to the present moment with each breath. Through cultivating awareness and non-judgmental observation, we deepen our connection to ourselves and the world around us. Developing compassion towards ourselves and others becomes our guiding principle, illuminating the path to genuine connection and understanding. By extending kindness towards those who insult or mistreat us, we challenge the prevailing narrative of division and hostility. Embracing inner peace is not just a personal journey. It's a collective endeavor to create a world rooted in compassion and understanding. As we walk this noble path together, may we continue to inspire one another with acts of kindness and grace, cultivating a world where rudeness has no place and peace reigns supreme. In conclusion, the journey of dealing with rude people is not merely about survival but about thriving in the face of adversity. Through the timeless wisdom of Buddhism, we discover that true strength lies not in aggression or retaliation, but in the power of compassion and inner peace. So let us embrace these teachings wholeheartedly, knowing that within each of us lies the capacity to transform negativity into opportunities for growth and healing.